these conversations have made in their companies, marriages, and lives. Best of all, Pulse is available to you 24/7. You'll have fierce in your pocket, so to speak. No more anxiety. You will be resilient. Susan Scott, author. Fierce Conversations, Fierce Leadership, and Fierce Love. Preface. I was a young adult when the immensely popular book Fierce Conversations, authored by Susan Scott, came out. Having even good conversations wasn't on my radar, but fierce conversations sounded like something to be avoided at all costs. I didn't think much about the impact of my words. I wasn't searching for clarity and understanding. I would have laughed at the idea of emotional intelligence. None of this was on my radar at all. I was focused on the same goals as most young people: getting an education, starting a career, having fun, finding love. To be honest, I wasn't fierce or resilient, but I was driven. I had built a strong foundation of finance, technology, and business skills that took me through major consultancies as an advisor to large corporations and startups. I experienced the high levels of stress that come from working in high-powered organizations. Welcome to adulthood. My mentors and managers had beliefs that contradicted the principles of authentic communication. They taught me to hide vulnerabilities, keep information close, and manipulate situations for personal gain. However, I was at a breaking point while working as the head of finance in a multi-billion-dollar company. I blamed the president of the organization for the cultural and performance issues, but later realized that I played a significant role in perpetuating these problems in my capacity as a leader of multiple teams. Fed up with my situation after 4 years, I sought new opportunities in Seattle and stumbled upon Fierce, an organization I had never heard of before. Its mission of bettering the world one conversation at a time, despite often being referred to as soft skills, piqued my interest. Discovering the book Fierce Conversations was transformative. Through easy-to-grasp conversation models, it empowered me to handle interpersonal issues in both my personal and professional life. My life was profoundly changed, especially considering my background in large impersonal corporations where incivility was the norm. When I read Susan's book, one phrase hit me hard. What conversation or conversations did you miss or fail at to get you to this point? I personally was stunned by her ideas. They changed me as a leader. They made me deeply reflect on my career and life, realizing that my success or failure often hinged on the quality of my interactions, and more importantly, my ability first to recognize when difficult interactions were necessary, and then find the courage and skill to engage in those interactions. I realized that I had missed opportunities. One incident that came into sharp focus was when the CEO of my previous company told me I was responsible for influencing better outcomes, especially when working with the president. At the time, I didn't listen to the real message. As I read Susan's book, it dawned on me that the CEO's statement was not just a request, but a requirement for me as a senior leader. And it wasn't about me. Unfortunately, I failed to meet that expectation, and the CEO who had hired me held me accountable for my ineffectiveness. I had failed at that important conversation. I now understand the importance of authentic conversations and how they shape outcomes in relationships. I joined Fierce, a company started in 2001 by Susan, who has also written Fierce Leadership and Fierce Love. Her principles became the training engine for millions of people. With Susan's blessing, I was appointed Chief Executive Officer and have worked to implement a shared vision of the future, bringing in new ideas, technology, and talent to further the mission and impact of bettering the world one conversation at a time. I work closely with a wonderful team that includes Gabe De La Rosa, who serves as our Chief Behavioral Science Officer. Gabe's expertise is in industrial and organizational psychology research, making him one of the Navy's top combat and stress experts. His research focused on resilience and how people and organizations stay aligned with their mission by combating stress. My own background and love of technology, Susan's extraordinary perspectives, and Gabe's research helped create a new platform called Fierce Resilience and a new application called Pulse.